It has been a week that has been violent here in Corpus Christi, with 3 fatal shootings happening since Saturday. It was around 10 o'clock that evening that a shooting victim was found near a church on Arlington and Rojo. A 33-year-old man lost his life in that shooting. And then early Sunday morning, there was this shooting outside of a convenience store in the 3100 block of Southport. That claimed the life of Ruben Castillo, a dad of 6 children. And just before 2 o'clock this morning, 56-year-old Paula Barrett, a homeless woman, was found unconscious in the parking lot of the Exxon at Staples and SPID with gunshot wounds, and she later passed away. As you can imagine, all these incidents have raised some concern for area residents, and our Javier Guerra talked to police and community members about this recent rash of violence.
It's not something that you can foretell.
Lieutenant Peña says despite the rise in violence just over the past few days, Corpus Christi is still safe and officers are hard at work patrolling the streets. At the moment, investigators are still trying to track down suspects in all 3 recent cases. Police tell us most homicides in the area are not random acts of violence.
But more often than not, there's some type of connection between the offender and the victim. That's something that the detectives would hash out as they investigate each crime.
According to CCPD, to date, there have been 33 homicides in Corpus Christi since the start of 2020, with about a month and a half to go before the end of the year. I decided to ask residents across town what they thought of the situation and if they felt safe.
So I do feel much safer in Corpus overall because crime to me just isn't very high. I lived in Dallas almost 2 years and crime is way worse than there.
Coming from San Antonio, which is a higher crime over there, and so far I do feel safe.
I have faith in the police department here. I think they're doing their job.
Lieutenant Peña says residents are a big part of preventing these types of incidents. If you see an incident escalating or a dangerous situation occurring, call 911 or contact CCPD. Javier Guerra, Chris 6 News.
And back to this morning's homicide involving that 56-year-old homeless woman. As Javier Guerra did mention, police do not have someone who is a suspect yet, but they do have these 3 people who are people of interest. Police think that they may have some information about the shooting, and investigators are also trying to locate the owner of this vehicle. Call 888-TIPS if you have any information about this crime.